Hello, vicarious mercenaries, proxy ninjas, and pop culture PhDs. Welcome back for no, it's not the summer bonus bash edition. It's our formerly late night slash after hours edition because it's Thursday and I don't even know what day it is anymore. So yeah, we're here. Um, I am completely off script. A couple minutes late. I'm always off script because I don't have a script 99.5% of the time. But anyway, hope you're doing well. So yeah, if you don't know what's going on here with this craziness, well, whether you are a creator or spectator or somewhere in between, this is your virtual lounge for pop culture randomness, a double dose of gaming, and a variable amount of dry humor and random haps, I suppose. So currently, we are specializing in strategy, stealth sandboxes, and shenanigans. And on Thursdays, we normally work on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries on PlayStation 4. So we'll be resuming tonight with this, and I'm going to try to fix something I messed up on last week. So I guess, let's see, rundown, nothing crazy going on. I guess part of the rundown, probably talking about the schedule. So I'm still thinking there's probably no stream tomorrow night, but I guess that kind of depends on how things are going. If I have enough energy after trying to get things set up and ready for Last Land Standing, which is on Saturday. So we'll be doing our last rotation for Splinter Cell Chaos Theory on the multiplayer side. That'll be 5 p.m. on Saturday, July 20th. And there's also going to be no official Mercenaries 2 outing over the weekend, so that'll get postponed a week. But that's normally at 7 p.m. on Sundays. Um, and then I think everything else should be pretty normal. We did finish Project Snowblind on Tuesday this week, so I'll be throwing in Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. So we're going from short, old school Xbox shooter to tower defense game. Not quite a lot of parody there, but it's definitely something I was enjoying when I was playing it a couple weeks ago. So figure I might as well get a fresh start on the game and go as far as I can until I get bored or burn out one or the other. And then as far as Under the Hood, made some good progress today on Ascendant Chaos stuff. Pushed ahead on getting some serious logo work done. I'm actually working on some animation stuff too, and if I can manage to squeeze some of that out, I'll try to actually get some sound effects and full animation stuff done, even though I know that's not 100% mission critical from a book standpoint, but I at least have to get the base part of the logo done anyway, so it's kind of like doing the proverbial kill two birds with one stone, possibly. And then I met with my proofreader today. I'm hoping that we have a schedule kind of locked down because I really want to get some of this other content stuff done, but at the same time, I've had a lot of cover work and artwork stuff to work on too, so it's not like there's been a dull moment or lack of things to work on. But thankfully, things are progressing well. I'm hoping that be able to get this first book across the finish line soon. But if you're curious to know what's going on, head on over to our Patreon page. We got audio content over there, up to well, at least 4 complete chapters and part of 5. I paused on chapter 5 for the moment just because I want to push to get the hard copy done. It's been in the works for so long, and there will be digital format too if we go the self-publishing route here. So not to say it's only hard copy, but the emphasis has been a tangible, complete version of the first book, not just a couple piecemeal things here and there. Man, as far as pop culture for my 2 cents, still nothing interesting really. You know, I guess I was trying to look at the headlines. I saw something about I don't know anything about the Orcs Must Die franchise, so I clicked on it and I saw there's another one coming out for PC and I think Xbox. And I'm like, what is with everything still kind of copying the Overwatch Pixar wannabe graphic style? So I mean, it was kind of cool for a time, you know, just because it was different. But it's interesting to watch how developers have latched onto that style because it is probably more performance friendly because you don't have well, I'm not saying these games don't have the high resolution textures, but you don't have to have high resolution textures, and you can probably get away with some smoother, lesser poly models when you take on a more of a stylized approach rather than a photorealistic one. And naturally, photorealism and high def and 4K and 8K, all that stuff pushes game capacity to keep up with the ever coveted frame rate. But I'm not saying stylization and artistic styles are bad for games. I just personally, I'm somewhere who wants somewhere between, mid resolution and photorealism. And I understand I'll sacrifice photorealism for gameplay and other stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to see every game look the same. I mean, actually, maybe I'd be okay with every game looking the same if it had great gameplay mechanics, but if it has neither, I'm just like, I'll take, maybe some good visuals and gameplay over stylization. So, hard to say, so I guess that's about all I can really find. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, you always want something, from a content creation standpoint, have something new and interesting to talk about. But at the same time, it's kind of like with the full load of games that we have going on in our rotation, they ain't got time or open spots to put anything new in, really. And if anything, you can work on some of these and hopefully then free up some evenings once we get a couple of new things to drop. So that's pretty much it. We are on episode 72, which I called Big Wrenches, I believe. Yeah, my memory short term, and I just came up with it a few minutes ago. Yes, Big Wrenches. Because we got into this big mission called the Crucible last week, and it was kind of an interesting stylized mission. It was kind of like a hold the fort kind of deal. We had some enemies rushing us from the bottom of the hill in multiple waves, and I was kind of stupid off the start. I'm like, the mech is fine. I don't need to repair it. And shortly thereafter, I get the mech's arm blown off, and then so I was in a hampered capacity for the consecutive waves to follow. So I think I'm going to redo that. Well, actually, I don't think. I know we're going to redo that mission tonight. It was really interesting, the irony of it all, too, because the mech exploded and face planted on the finish line, so to speak. So right as we were getting ready to exfil, the mech blew up. So whether that would have changed much, I'd already lost so many of the weapons on it that it was going to cost us no matter what. And it costs big when you start losing a lot of hardware and or the mech. So even though we succeeded technically, it's a huge economic loss. So I'm willing to redo that mission again in hopes of a better outcome. It was kind of comical, though, to think like, if you're running this massive marathon and then suddenly you trip. You technically completed, the top of your dome crosses the finish line, but you really face planted and your body didn't cross the finish line. That's what it felt like. Not that I know from any kind of running or marathon experience, because I am not a runner by nature. So, but yeah, just try to figure if I can make the analogy stick. But you never know. Okay, so I think we're ready. Let me make sure I got everything you needed. Controller battery should be good. Get you some audio. A load. We have been spending 50 bajillion years in space. Clearly, our enemies don't work for the government because they can handle more than a 2% increase in the slope up the hill. Yes, I will get some digs like that. They're quite applicable. Our government is 90% useless. I can say that in different party, because both parties are stupid. It's really weird. I went through this phase where I'm like, I didn't touch politics most of my life. Then I got interested in things for a while, and then I discovered, no, the reality is quite as suspected, that the bulk, not the entirety, but the bulk of the political system is so messed up that the world is missing the bigger key to issues on the spiritual domain. So for the most part, that's why I don't really feel like the need to get into politics, and the whole point of the show is to try to keep things more unifying and find things of interest to enjoy, because there's already enough of the conflict and everything else going on all over the place. So it's not that I don't have an opinion. It's just not as relevant at all times. And yes, here we have this wonderful view of Warhammer, in case you didn't see it the first 5 times because of this massive loading screen. So this is pretty cool. I mean, you got multiple stages here. So the one thing I didn't realize, those turrets are to our advantage. So maybe I'm going to play a little more defense on trying to keep them from getting destroyed this time too. I didn't know what the objective was, and I didn't see any of the mechs. big ominous door that we never get to see the inside of. We hear Rihanna talking about it the whole time.
Beginning my recon now.
Would have been a little more interesting if we got to see what was going on inside there rather than just hear her talking about it. But then again, they would have had to create a whole new templating system to build a map that's out of their procedural generation realm. Okay, I don't like standing here.
Commander, I don't know how the hell they did it, but Comstar forces have arrived using a pirate jump point.
Of course they
You
did.
already have 2 dropships incoming. Prepare to engage the enemy.
Copy that. Thanks for the heads up.
Look at this giant crater.
Lock and load.
There they are. Let me go, how is this fuel line even standing? I mean, everything else is shredded. This thing looks like it doesn't even dusty. We'll fix that real quick.
Enemy mech.
Yeah, don't say.
Assassin.
Well, I don't want to get out ahead of the bots, nor do I want to get out of these towers. Or at least I can keep them from taking out some of the towers this time. That'd be advantageous. You want some of this? Okay, you're done. Why are you hiding all the way back there? Oh, you're an archer, that's why. Fix that. Maybe. I don't get the red.
Tango destroyed.
There's not one in front of me, though. No. Oh, still got 4 more?
Target loaded.
Small weasel goes pop. Down in front. Down on the right. So that's gonna crit. I'm standing next to it.
Commander, I've informed Rihanna of the situation and told her to expedite her recon.
Yes,
She's to get the
expedite.
hell out of there as quickly as she
Thought
can.
there was another one.
In the meantime, prepare for more enemy units incoming.
Copy that. We'll hold them off as long as it takes.
Hostile dropship above.
Meanwhile, we will spend time on our acting lessons. Just kidding. Not gonna bother with that. Mason ain't got time to act. Bigger stuff early on. Alright.
Target acquired.
Let it ring around the doorknob.
Incoming missile.
Oh, there's a building in the way. There you are. The Zeus is loose. Oh, they took out the one in the back, too. Fantastic. Alright, maybe after the... Ooh, going red. In the back. Morons.
Nice kill, Commander. It's
Wow, my torso is jacked. Alright, better give us that repair thing real quick now. It's a little unusual to get my torso jacked up that quickly.
Commander, I've located a control room inside the base. I'm going to try and turn on the main power. Let's hope it still functions.
I should have stayed on the high ground. I saw Star Wars meme. Don't do it, Anakin. I've got the sloped roof.
Defensive turret should be online now. I strongly suggest you make your way to the upper terrace and prepare for more incoming hostiles. Those turrets should help you hold them off. Looks like
Should.
there's a couple of mech repair bays too if you need them.
Good, where?
Understood.
Where's the first one? Is either on this platform or the next
Those
one?
mech bays have power, but you'll still need to activate them. I've sent you one of the override codes I found down here.
Alright, where is it?
Copy.
They say upper terrace, but like this isn't even the upper one, is it?
You should see this place. It's incredible, the sheer size of it alone. And the mechs. I've never seen anything like them.
Quit nerding out in there.
I'm going to head deeper into the structure. A schematic I found shows something massive at the heart of the facility. I want to check it out.
All right, Rihanna, but don't take too long. From what Spears says, it looks like Comstar's gonna throw everything they have at us this time.
They are.
And I can't hold them off forever.
Copy that. I'll be quick.
2 more dropships headed straight for you, Commander.
Did she find a Giga Godzillasaurus Rex mech? If not, I'm not impressed. Yeah, that did not repair the torso at all. So on the trade-off was I kept the turrets alive at the expense to myself. And why is our dingus mech all the way down there? Ugh. In your AI-driven future, folks. Oh, they're not even on the top level. Idiots.
Contact enemy mech.
1 or 4?
New target Thunderbolt.
Far for losers.
Target acquired.
Roasted number. His head is not in the center.
Oh, headshot. Nice shooting.
Ouch. Oh, you look
Target
stuck.
Panda.
Alright, double teaming me. Alright, that's fantastic. Reactor explosion, so you're blocking my path to get away from it. And my back is exposed.
Target acquired.
Alright, it's shooting at me. Here come the other ones.
Destroyed.
Pick up the heavier batch. Yikes.
New target
Cyclops, yeah.
Cyclops.
Not good. Very not good.
Target acquired.
Did not get a good start on this one.
New target Rifle. Incoming missile.
Holy cow, nice headshot.
Oh, Cyclops. Ouch. That's right. Use the bots as distractions. Yeah, you're going down.
Commander, I'm picking up additional dropships entering the upper atmosphere. I advise you fall back to higher ground. Take up position on the uppermost terrace.
I did that before. They weren't down here, though. So now it says the uppermost terrace. We'll halt for repairs. I mean, look at that. They barely scratched the turrets this time. I don't know if that's helped much, but I'm not gonna complain. I don't like complain about my bad piloting. Yeah, this terrain is uneven.
just found.
You're
There's
right,
a
I'm
memory
not.
core down here. I've downloaded the data, scrubbing the memory core itself as I went. Comstor won't get its hands on the data. That is, as long as we make it out of here without being captured. I'm on my way out now. You need to hold these bastards off just a little longer.
Roger that, Rihanna. What's your ETA? I've got more enemies inbound.
5
We need to
minutes.
evac ASAP.
5 minutes, Commander. I'll meet you at the dropship.
Okay, so we
Okay,
still had like a
copy.
minute to spare, and then they rushed us after that, I think. So, gotta kind of build a buffer.
This is it. We need to hold the line no matter
Why
what.
is our other bot still stuck? Why this didn't start well. Okay, not much of a high ground, and they're dropping in the open. I think we got one coming on the other side too. Thought we had about 2 different sets of them.
Race for combat. Enemy mech spotted.
Alright, that's great. Got one.
Target acquired.
Of course, me on the front line here, soaking up all the damage. And that's a restart. I am not going to put up with that. It's not so much the weapons I'm concerned about as much as the cost this time around. Those who've been sticking around know I have a tendency to favor weapons I don't want to lose, but I also try not to outfit mechs with stuff I want to lose in the first place in case it does go sideways, which is not out of the ordinary. Also, I noticed kind of a beefy night for MechWarrior. Like 75 people watching on Twitch when I got things spooled up, so it's kind of a sizable amount. Usually it's maybe in the 20s, but I mean, that was why we switched MechWarrior to Thursday. Hopefully it's a good night for more people to hang out. Heavy Metal Thursday. They generate a lot of heat. Not with my entire mech full of cooling or, messed that up. Heating sink. Wow, English heat sinks. I'm going to stack them all on the outside. I'll duct tape heat sinks to my mech if I have to, just so I have my medium lasers. Alright, can't skip. Can't skip the drone cam. Alright, so let's not go below this region this time. Make them come up the hill. The elevation that is of more than 2% increase.
I'm in, Commander.
Yeah.
Beginning my recon now.
Okay. So this is not the lowest level, but it is one of the hills. So we're going to stay right here. Gonna pull an Obi-Wan on these clowns.
The Comstar forces have arrived using a pirate.
I just don't like
kill point.
standing still, though. It
You
makes an
already
easy
have 2
target.
dropships incoming. Prepare to engage the enemy.
Copy that.
So we
Thanks
had
for the heads
2
up.
regular waves, then another
You heard
one,
him. Lock and load.
and then probably 2 more during the 5-minute. So that one dropped in behind us last time. That didn't help either.
Batty mechs on radar.
Batty mechs? What is this?
Target
Diddy Kong?
capture.
Donkey Kong Country?
Enemy presence confirmed.
Target acquired.
Yeah, elevated target, not good. Yeah, I don't. Oh, I'm gonna fall off the edge. Told you. Yeah, you can get out of here too. Why is my core in the yellow again?
Target acquired.
The strategy's not working out any better than the last one.
New target locus. Target acquired.
It's actually just making it harder to hit them because then they storm the hill and then they're up close already. It's better from the distance on the ground at the same level. I just won't get this far past this already.
Down.
Target acquired.
Oh yeah, you're going down.
New target locked.
Commander, I've informed Rihanna of the situation and told her to expedite her recon. She needs to get the hell out of there as quickly as she can.
Yep. Okay, so that's first wave, at least in the yellow this time,
For more enemy units incoming.
rather than red.
Copy that. We'll hold them off as long as it takes.
Alright, she's gonna tell us about the thing yet, or we got the other one before that? Oh, we haven't killed everybody yet. I think somebody's hiding on us. Congratulations, you took out a stationary turret. Alright, the bots aren't hung up yet. Somebody else is still hiding out on it. I can't believe you're making me backtrack.
I knew there wouldn't be much trouble. Kill confirmed.
Somebody's gonna get smashed in the face. Oh, really? The big one hiding? Oh. So there's a third one before.
Holy cow, nice headshot.
Won't work with that one. Means we had another drop ship come in.
Target destroyed.
Why don't you guys get over here and help?
Grasshopper.
Get away from me. That was not necessary. That's what happens. I shoot you in the crotch.
New target Jaegermech.
Amazing, Commander. Nice kill.
Now they tell us.
Critical.
The arm is completely exposed this time. Did not play that well. So there's a total of 3 drop ships prior to getting the next stage.
I'm going to try and turn on the main power. Let's hope it still functions.
Whatever you
Let's
did,
hope you
Rihanna,
quit
it
pretending
worked.
it's a shopping spree down there.
Okay, Commander. Those defensive turrets should be online now. I strongly suggest you make your way to the upper terrace and prepare for more incoming
Oh,
hostiles.
so the turrets aren't even active until
Those
this
turrets
phase.
should help you hold them off. Looks like there's a couple of mech repair bays too if you need them.
Understood.
Commander, those mech bays have power, but you'll still need to activate them. I've sent you one of the override codes I found down here.
Copy.
Okay, so we should have, I think, 2 more for the next stage.
Commander, you should see this place. It's incredible, the sheer size of it alone, and the mechs. I've never seen anything like them. I'm going to head deeper into the structure. A schematic I found shows something massive at the heart of the facility. I want to check it out.
Could be the mystery
All
mech
right,
from the
Rihanna,
database.
But don't take too long. From what Spears says, it looks like Comstar is going to throw everything they have at us this time, and I can't hold them off forever.
Copy that. I'll be quick.
Uh-huh.
2 more dropships headed straight for you, Commander.
Yep, above me or down low, down on the
Roger
level.
that.
So one advantage was that we had 2 battle masters show up which can help finish one of those jobs I've been waiting on and get the mech hunter completed. Our bot's not stuck this time either. There's one. Where's the other one? I'm dropping right on top of it.
New target Panther. Target acquired.
Reporting visual contact. Hostile.
Visual contact, more like kinetic contact, because they're just slammed a bunch of missiles in the face. Where that other batch is going to come from.
Reactor compromised.
Target destroyed.
Marauder, probably. Something else. Oh, yeah. Now something's showing up behind me. Circles around this thing. That's probably the Marauder.
New target Marauder.
Gotcha. Machine gun not likely to hit, but we're going to lay on the trigger anyway. Before I overheat.
Getting crit warnings. They
Target
need to
destroyed.
attend.
Okay, so we said 2 ships. Where's the next one? Yep, opposite side.
New target Dragon. Target
Oh, they're rushing. Try to stay way out the box handle. This one wants
target destroyed.
calls on the hound, wants to hump my leg. Get off me.
Rifle.
Keep running forward and catch up with it. He is chasing me.
Critical.
Lost missile, or laser.
Kill. Nice work, Commander.
Watch it. My last kill is about to explode.
Oh, where'd you drop it? Ah, those are my sort of
Easy.
lightweight. Come on, bots. Earn your pay. All $0 of it.
I'm picking up additional
There we go.
dropships entering the upper atmosphere. I advise you fall back to higher ground. Take up position on the uppermost terrace.
Okay, copy.
So last time I already had my arm blown off, like shortly after the repair, or shortly after skipping the repair. So doing a little better than that run. Only missing an arm and a laser, except I don't like how the torso's in the orange, which is still better than the immediately prior one. And also we have the bot not stuck unless I speak too soon, because he looks a little stuck down there. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Yeah, he's stuck again. Ugh. And look, our bots are in perfectly good health. They're not being adequate meat puppets.
System offline.
Commander, you're not going to believe what I just found. There's a memory core down here. I've downloaded the data, scrubbing the memory
Congratulations,
core
you
itself as I
found a
went.
USB stick of the future.
Comstar won't get his hands on the data. That is, as long as we make it out of here without being captured. I'm on my way out now. You need to hold these bastards off just a little longer.
Roger that, Rihanna. What's your ETA? I've got more enemies inbound. We need to evac ASAP.
5 minutes, Commander.
So they're going to drop on this platform this time. Of course, that
Okay,
idiot is still
copy.
stuck down there. Too risky to rescue.
This is it. We need to hold the line no matter what.
The back armor is actually in rough shape. The front armor is okay. It's just the core in the back. And the shoulders, I guess. Technically still torso, just left and right
New
torso.
target catapult.
Enemy combatants in sight. Moving in.
Once I get too close, I'm gonna have to drop. Oh yeah, that's all of them at once.
Kill shot right in the head.
Yeah, here, bots.
Wow, awesome shot.
There's 3 out of 4. Oh, there goes the other ship. I gotta get away from this one. Shoot me in the back. Ah, run right towards them. Hard turn. Run away.
Incoming missile. New target quick launch.
Commander kills have
Yeah, so I think
explode. Clear the
was that more than 4? I think the battle masters are in this batch.
You know what to do.
Run like a little girl.
Commander, I'm clocking 2 Union dropships inbound on your location.
Oh, so we got this ship plus 2 others. Great.
Get the hell out of there as soon as you can.
Or are they after the fact?
3 more minutes, Spears. That's all we need.
If I get these guys, I can run.
Inbound.
Target acquired.
Nope, it's still there. Oh, there goes an arm.
Incoming missile.
Orion. I'm gonna get hit in the back. I'm gonna run away from them fast enough.
Target destroyed.
Ah, they take out a leg. Or am I? Oh, I'm stuck in the rubble. I got stuck with this last time too. Don't walk through this area.
Target Orion.
Get out! What are you doing? I have enough trouble walking here.
Target acquired.
Armor's the red.
Target destroyed.
Alright, I still got a minute and a half, so. Yep, there's this stuff. I'm going way back up there if I can get there before we get shot in the back. You guys, cover. It's like from one of the mummy movies. You must sacrifice your life for me. You must preserve my machine guns at all costs. Minute 24. Make them come up the ramp. Yeah, that hurts. Don't do that. Ouch.
Target acquired.
Now there's the battle master. I don't want to do a strafing run on this thing. It's not
Almost there. 1 minute out.
gonna survive.
Hurry.
Ah,
Can't hold these
4
things
fire.
off much longer.
Core fire. Dang it. I gotta do better on that first set. It's the one where I'm taking all the damage. I guess one of the other economic reasons, since I didn't jump into the ship stuff right off the start of the episode here, we are all the way out past the edge of space and not a lot of surplus for gas money. So another reason why I don't want to have us to lose a ton of money on repairs, even though we can't do them this far out. The viral Vulcan. And as always, restarting the mission has excessively long load times. Let's look at the instruction manual. Maybe there's a hint. Oh, wait, they don't make those anymore. I'm just now noticing that they actually put... Oh, I'm actually kind of surprised. As far as foreign language goes, 2 games in hand have French on there rather than Spanish. You usually would think Spanish would be the first one. I don't know if it's because they must be selling them to Canada and here. Even though not all of Canada speaks French unless you're Quebec.
I'm in, Commander. Beginning my recon now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, don't overcommit. Leverage the high ground. The high ground is your friend. I also gotta make sure I don't get stuck in this
Commander,
crap over
I don't know
here.
how the hell they did it, but Comstar forces have arrived using a pirate jump point. You already have 2 dropships incoming. Prepare to engage the enemy.
Copy that. Thanks for the heads up.
Okay, there's
You heard
1,
him.
so we got
Lock and
3
load.
before the next stage. There's the other one, so let's...
Crap! Enemy mech. Enemy combatants in sight. Moving in.
So plus we don't even have the... So the turrets are not even an advantage at this point. Alright, you can go fight them. We're in just a slow turning radius. How about I run out and come out from behind the ground?
New target Block 9. Target destroyed.
Alright, you're done. One of them's already up top.
New target
Grab.
assessed.
Too far.
Acquired. Target
That's-
destroyed.
Keep going. Don't tell me about my heat. We're in the desert. Why are we on the low ground here, huh? What are you guys doing?
Destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Commander, I've informed Rihanna of the situation and told her to expedite her recon. She's to get the hell out of there as quickly as she can. In the meantime, prepare for more enemy units incoming.
Yep, okay, so ship
Copy
number
that.
3.
We'll hold them off as long as it takes.
Much better. Barely scratched the armor that time. Okay, this one's got a couple more beefy ones this time.
New target
That's an enemy mech up ahead.
Oh, no, you don't say.
target acquired.
Did you boost all your obviousness stat in pilot school? fire misses for distance.
New target grasped.
Left arm destroyed.
Oh, okay, you're taking the heat this time.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Oh, that was silly. So we got MechWarrior stopping in on YouTube. How you doing? It says Comstar coming, and that is correct. As I found repeatedly. Time to bail. At least to the high ground. So how you doing? I take it you're a little familiar with the section, or you just know Comstar by nature.
Let's hope it still functions.
Whatever you did, Rihanna, it worked. Okay, Commander. Those defensive turrets
Get
should
me
be online
to
now.
the
I
bunker
strongly
thing,
suggest you make your way to the
or
upper
repair
terrace
bay.
and prepare for more incoming hostiles.
Yeah, that's a dead
Those
VTOL.
turrets should help you hold them off. Looks like there's a couple of mech repair bays too if you need them.
Understood.
Commander, those mech bays have power, but you'll still need to activate them. I've
Could
sent
you make
one
them
of the
portable so I don't
override
have to
nodes I
walk so
found
far?
down here.
Copy.
Alright, now you're getting another wrinkle. Mahoney's not allowed to die either, so the fact she's got half the mech already destroyed is not reassuring.
Commander, you should see this place. It's
So-
incredible, the sheer size of it alone, and the mechs. I've never seen anything
Yak.
like them.
Quiet, Rihanna.
I'm going to head deeper into the structure. A schematic I found shows something massive at the heart of the facility. I want to check it out.
System.
All right, Rihanna.
So MechWarrior saying you did play it and you enjoyed it because you like smoking Comstar. I gotta admit, since I just last week is when I first played it, I do enjoy the,
Copy that.
for once, a little bit more strategic nature, because not all missions have had much
For you, Commander.
other than them just being long endurance stamina things. This one's got a little bit more, you know, means to leverage the terrain, and then having the repair base is helpful too. So we don't get many options very often for campaign stuff. So have you finished the full campaign? Because this is the furthest I've made it thus far. So all right. So we got 2 batches, I think, now at this level. And then we'll fall back, and then 2 or more during the 5-minute time crunch. And our other bot didn't get stuck yet. That's good. Okay, that's right. This is the 2 batch. We got the Panther, the Marauder, Thunderbolts.
Enemy presence confirmed.
Once we get these, the other set's gonna come up behind. Small ones gonna come around the Union ship. Alright, let me not shut down this time.
Enemy mech eliminated.
This will be done too.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
You are not the enforcer. Get away. Fall over already. Uh-oh. I better not be Mahoney on fire.
Damage is critical. Lost a component.
Yeah, I think your mech's about toast. Alright, she's out. Hopefully she's not dead. If she's not dead, we'll finish it. Otherwise, I gotta do it all over again. I'm finally in decent shape this time. So it's now 3 versus everybody.
New target Cyclops.
Yeah, let's go to the big dogs. Festering sword. These are your dome. Swarm of me. Off.
Acquired.
4, unless maybe it's not one of the others. Let's see how they're my machine guns. See ya.
Target acquired.
I think after this we go up the hill. Yeah, good night.
I'm picking up
Sit down.
additional dropships entering the upper atmosphere. I advise you fall back to higher ground. Take up position on the uppermost terrace.
So you finished Kestrel Lancers and this one. And you're saying the most interesting thing how they tell is Dad's connection with those who left the inner sphere. Okay, so I have to usually let a lot of people know I'm not super knowledgeable of the lore, so I know that they start talking about his identity, but I think maybe if that's after this mission, I guess I haven't quite gotten to that. I don't know if this is the tail end or if we got more missions to go afterward. But yeah, Kestrel Lancers was pretty awesome. I mean, that was definitely a challenging run because we had no ability to do much for repairs. So I did like how it was kind of like the most dramatic probably the most dramatic DLC campaign. And also pretty challenging, so it was pretty enjoyable. I know they've, I think, done 6 in total, and with MechWarrior 5 Clans coming out soon, I don't know if they're gonna end support or if they're gonna keep releasing them, because I don't mind. I mean, they've been some pretty healthy content packages, which help keep the game interesting every 6 months. I mean, not been working on it for a year and a half straight and still haven't finished it.
There's a memory core down here. I've downloaded the data, scrubbing the memory core itself as
How am I doing this time? Lost a mech, but I'm back. Man, I'm up 100% this time. See if I can't make this run.
You need to hold these bastards off just a little longer.
Okay, so you think this is the last one then? Okay.
I've got more enemies inbound.
That's interesting to know if I'm finally at the very last campaign mission.
5 minutes, Commander.
I mean, it is...
You at the dropship.
I mean, this does make for a good last mission if it is, because it's definitely a hold the high ground and probably been, as far as the traditional campaign missions, a little bit more interesting.
We need to hold the line no matter
Oh, that's
what.
not the ramp. Oh, great. And then our bot's stuck, so now we're basically going to do 2 on 4, or a 2 on 8. Oh, so you think this is a prelude to clans? Okay. The thing is, I don't have the hardware to get clans, so it's kind of like I'm at a deficit there. Where's the ramp at? Why am I so far to the left? I'm getting wrecked by missiles here. Please. There's one. Still too close for that one, really? Keep going for headshots like that. Don't mess with my lasers. There we go. There's another one. I guess go down and get that guy. Maybe. He's too far. Alright, that's not helping. Armor's on the red. Mines now taking some serious damage.
2 Union dropships inbound on your location.
Yep.
Comstar isn't taking any chances. You need to get the hell out of there as soon as you can.
3 more minutes, Spears. That's all we need.
Come on, put a headshot on. There we go.
A quick and painless headshot.
Morgan, if you're the one watching down from the bottom, get up here.
Target destroyed.
Oh, good. Somebody hit the stray one.
Awesome.
2 left. Did they even bring the Battle Masters? I didn't even notice. Start losing parts here. Yeah. center torso. I'm gonna fail. Alright. Go be a meat puppet there, Cyclops. Wow, everything's in the red, and I lost 2 machine guns. Minutes to hold them off still. Yeah, there's the drop ships. I don't know if we can get out before they get up here or not. Come on, lasers. Come on, put them down. Oh, I'm not paying attention. I got you. You know, causing me to overheat. Alright, I'll go back up the hill. Sheesh, lost a lot of stuff. That's still a minute and a half to hold them off. Not good. Yeah, not having Mahoney is not helpful either.
Kill confirmed.
Stupid AI. The other one is hanging out down there. Can't figure out how to work his way off the wall. So if it's a minute 18, can I... Will it take them that long to walk? Not really. I can already see one of them. There's the Battle Master. I took 2 of them out last time, but just not. Oh, there goes the fire.
Brianna, what's your ETA?
Ugh, yuck. Alright, so, Five Clans is coming in October, and, okay, that was your prelude one. So there is a repair, well, there's 2 repair bays, and I did use both, and I was going into that section full health, but the other mech was already destroyed. So it's almost like I can't get past that first stage without either my mech or somebody else's taking a beating for the first 8 that drop. Wasn't expecting this one to be that complicated on a redo without me taking a lot of hits on the money. Quite weird. So, are you into all the strategy ones or the tabletop too? Because I only tried the BattleTech, and I've never been into the tabletop one myself. But I know some of our other guests who pop in are quite knowledgeable of a lot of the tabletop and a lot of the lore stuff. I am still and likely to continually be the MechWarrior / BattleTech novice. I just like piloting giant stompy metal robots. Oh, okay. So, yeah, virtual fist bump. So Mech Assault was actually what got me into stuff. Even though I knew of like some MechWarrior stuff way back. I mean, I didn't have the PC, and I don't think the Super Nintendo stuff quite cut it. But yeah, Mech Assault on the Xbox is still one of my favorites. And this is really the only other one besides the 2 of those I've played in depth. I don't even know if I can say I played those in depth. Just played through a few campaigns and some multiplayer.
I'm in, Commander. Beginning my recon now.
I know a lot of purists are like, ooh, Mech Assault, blah, you know, but I'm like, I don't care. It got me into the franchise a little bit more. Still like it. Yes, yeah. Immersive field being a pilot, totally
I don't know
agreed.
how the hell they did it, but Comstar forces have arrived using a pirate jump point. You already have 2 dropships incoming. Prepare to engage the enemy.
Copy that. Thanks for the heads up.
So you favor the action over the strategy. I'm kind of like, I enjoy both, but I agree with you. I understand that the clan stuff looks pretty good. For me, the interfaces look really cool, but like I said, they're not developing it for this console, so it's kind of like it's going to be a while before I get to that one, which is a downer. But you know, I got so many other things to work on, so it'll be something to look forward to once we get there. one.
Destroyed.
Alright, I'm in the yellow, so they're coming after me this time. Circle all around them. Black Knight went down pretty easy last time. Like that. I'm gonna get shot in the back if I keep going for this one now. There's another. I'm gonna keep running. Gotta keep running. Minority report reference. Drilled. And then in the red on the armor. Alright, stop that. There we go. Of course, he's chasing me the whole time. At least keep the structure from getting damaged this time. I may be in better shape.
Target acquired.
Commander, I've
There we go.
informed Rihanna of the situation and told her to expedite her recon. She's to get the hell out of there as quickly as she can. In the meantime, prepare for more enemy units incoming.
Where'd he go? Did you get him?
Copy that. We'll hold them off as long as it takes.
Yep, there's number 3. Perhaps if I go up this way, the bot won't get stuck. We'll see. Yeah, Mech Assault was gold. Yeah, and the upgrade process was definitely simple too. Yeah, it's like, hey, you just walk over that, pick it up, there you go.
Target
Wasn't as much depth to that part of it, you know. So
acquired.
it definitely is way more in the action category. This one I think does pretty well tackling both. I mean, the amount of spent a lot of time upgrading player stuff, which is fun. So, but at the same time, you still get the action without having to spend a lot of time with the strategy on the field. Bye, Grasshopper. All right, keep the structure intact. That way I can repair it. Goodbye.
Destroyed. Incoming missile.
Stop shooting at me. Do your job, bots. It's like focused on me as I run through 3 of them. There we go. Hey, that was my laser. Okay, no structural damage that
I've
time.
located a control room inside the base. I'm going to try and turn on the main power. Let's hope it still functions.
Whatever you did, Rihanna, it worked. Okay, Commander. Those defensive turrets should be online now. I strongly suggest you make your way to
Now
the
we get the
terrace and
turrets.
prepare for more incoming hostiles. Those turrets should help you hold them off. Looks like there's a couple of mech repair bays too if you need them.
This looks like a repair bay as well, but does not look functional.
Commander, those mech bays have power, but you'll still need to activate them. I've sent you one of the override codes I found down here.
Copy.
Copy. Blah. Goofball. Okay, so I'm kind of... Oh, this is the only way up, isn't it? No wonder I've been sticking to that side. Oh, no, it's not. Here's a section.
You should see this place. It's incredible, the sheer size of it alone, and the mechs. I've never seen anything like them. I'm going to head deeper into the structure. A schematic I found shows something massive at the heart of the facility. I want to check it out.
All right, Rihanna, but don't take too long. From what Spears says, it looks like Comstar's gonna throw everything they have at us this time, and I can't hold them off forever.
Copy that. I'll be quick.
2 more dropships headed straight for you, Commander.
Naturally.
System
Roger that.
Come on, put me back in the blue. All about the arm. Close enough. And we still got... Mahoney took a little bit of damage, but that's still pretty reasonable compared to having lost her last time. Not the same stage. Okay, so we got 2. This is a little bit of a heavier batch. Okay, so why don't I try to loop around and take the bots back up that ramp again, because they always seem to get stuck at the bottom of this one. Alright, so yep. Panther, Marauder, Thunderbolt.
New target Thunderbolt.
Enemy presence confirmed. Look at moving.
One's coming from the other side. Use the terrain and force her.
Target acquired.
Run around the rocks. You guys quit chasing me. There we go. Sit down.
Target acquired.
Panther gonna die.
Critical kill. Nice work, Commander.
There's the other 4. Oh, I'm gonna walk right over it.
Target destroyed.
Alright, 4 left on this stage. Circling around him. Come on, bots.
New target Cyclones.
Rip the fate.
Target destroyed.
Alright, they got one of the others already. Wow, that's fantastic.
Rifleman.
That's some missiles. Overheating.
Nice kill, Commander.
One more.
About to go Alex.
No structure yet. Explodey, she says.
New target perfect.
Nice.
Commander,
Punched a hole in that thing.
additional dropships entering the
Alright.
atmosphere. I advise
Mahoney's
you to
alive.
higher ground.
The structure's still intact. Just the armor's a little crispy. And we got the repair bay. Alright. Best run into the 5-minute mark. Oh yeah. Now I'm getting tripped up on stuff. Oh look, more than 2% slope. I don't know why they had to put the other repair bay behind all this stuff. Obnoxious. Hello, is this the McDonald's of drive-thru?
Commander, you're not going to believe what I just found.
Let me
There's
guess, a memory core.
down here. I've downloaded the data, scrubbing the memory core itself as I went. Comstorm won't get his hands on the data. That is, as long as we make it out of here without being captured. I'm on my way out now. You need to hold these bastards off just a little longer.
Alright. Kinda went,
Roger that,
got myself
Brianna.
confused last time,
What's
so
your
I'm not do that.
I've got more
And we're at
enemies
100%
outbound.
again.
We need to evac
Alright.
ASAP.
So they still took
5
a
minutes,
beating
Commander.
last time.
I'll meet you at the dropship.
But we're down a mech.
Okay, copy.
Oh look, he's stuck. Alright, let's go hit these guys from behind then. I'm gonna get him in on this
is
party.
it. We need to hold the line no matter what.
Yeah, he's gonna land right on top of me. Punch a hole. This ought to confuse them. They're charging us head on. I'll run past them.
Target
Rex on the scope. Get ready.
acquired.
Take my legs out. Torso's not in good shape. Alright, would you quit getting stuck? Is it the... Yeah, of course it's the Atlas.
New target quick draw.
Come on, Atlas, get over here. Get unstuck. He's like, he's not backing out. There he goes. Here comes the other ship. Yeah, hit him with whatever that was.
Target destroyed. New target highlighted.
Holy cow, nice headshot.
That's what I'm talking about.
Incoming missile.
Here comes the next set.
Target acquired. New target online.
It's on my torso.
Commander, I'm clocking 2 Union dropships inbound on your location. Comstar isn't taking any chances. You need to get the hell out of there as soon as you can.
Working on it.
3 more minutes, Spears. That's all we need.
That mech is on our kill list. You know what to do.
Heavy
There we
metal
go.
inbound.
Target acquired. Incoming missile. Critical.
Machine guns in range, not a great idea. Overheating. There we go. One left chasing.
Incoming missile.
Turn around quick. Get out of here before those other ones get to us. Turn around, clowns. Use your radar. Catapults. There we go. Get up the hill. Oop. Critical. Alright, so the Atlas is unstuck. Got everybody here. I'm alive. Mahoney's alive. Except we got a bad leg and a bad right torso. Got the high ground, but they're still coming. Getting a little choppy trying to turn around here. There's one. I see ya. Oop, yeah, you see me too, apparently. I got no range. I may have to make a pass and then just run for the ship. Who are you shooting?
Next spotted. Moving to interdict.
Friends.
What's your ETA?
Almost there. 1 minute
That's the other
out.
battle master. Get it and run.
Hurry. We can't hold these assault mechs off much longer.
Oh no! Got him. I gotta go. Gotta go. Oh, now there's a leg left. I'm gonna die again. Oh my goodness. 30 seconds left. Yeah. Guys, run for the ship. Ship.
Target destroyed.
I'm just gonna have to take the hit because I cannot survive this without losing a mech. It's gonna be expensive. Just got to pay the price. And I don't want to lose any of the pilots either. Morgan, we lost Morgan a couple times. Alright, get us out of here.
Okay, Commander, I made it out.
Sheesh.
Engines are hot. Get to the Leopard as fast as you can. and
That's gonna be
let's get the hell out of there.
expensive.
Copy that.
Good work, Commander. Now let's get out
Man.
of here.
So I guess I didn't gain a whole lot by having to do it another 4 times. It's gonna cost, well, Mahoney took damage too, so this is gonna cost like 6 or 7 million probably. If we don't have enough in fuel, then we have to be selling something. So we're gonna get 4 out of that. Ultra cannons. And I didn't stop to look at this because we ended up doing that right at the end of the show. Yeah, Comstar don't like us now. Whatever. Who cares? So I took 6 in damage, so we're still in the hole by 2. Well, maybe 5 remaining in damage. So we're going to lose about 700,000 on this. Not to mention all this, though. Alright, I only took 12 salvage points, so I don't care about the small stuff. I have no idea if any of these would have been any good anyway, but I've never had enough salvage to take anything above like a high teens or low 20s. They better give me some lasers for the trouble, though. Double heat sinks. That's not super common. Are you kidding me? We took all those mechs out and not a single amount of weapons. It's all, like, so...
Unbelievable.
Because we took out so many mechs, it's like it prioritized the mechs, then the add-ons, and there's not a single weapon available. And you can normally sort this, and that's disgusting. There should be some stuff to pick up after that. So I might as well take a mech to sell then if I can. Here's 2 million. Let's do that. That's ridiculous. I'll take this one's worth 1.
Where do you get these guys?
So I took 4.8. Streeter took 1. Okay, Mahoney didn't take as much that time then. Captain Morgan didn't take any till I booted him. She's injured but not dead. That's fine. We'll live with that. We barely made it out alive. Yeah, speak for yourself. You got to hide in the giant bunker the whole time. So MechWarrior saying, yeah, the game's weird like that. Yeah, I haven't really had that happen too much. So I mean, other than like Castor Lancers, I can't think of any other missions where we had that many mechs. That's good. At least we got an extra 750 out of that. So we kept them from getting the data. Yeah, we'll come talk to you once we get done with stuff here. But finally, we got the 3 Battlemaster mechs done. So this should, fingers crossed, finish the Mech Hunter. Let's see. And there's our gas money. At least we're getting 5.8 mil. Survey says... no, 1 more to go. Yeah, it's the only one left. So I gotta find 1 more stalker. If we get that other stalker, then we'll get it. First up, let me save, because we have not done so this episode. After finishing that, it's time. Okay, here we go. We're on episode 72. Okay, what's she gonna say about this fancy data? See, I mean, you kind of would surprise me if this is actually the last mission. Seems like a little bit anticlimactic, but let's find out. Oh, whiny boy's back up here. Get back down there and repair my mechs. Alright.
Hey, Commander. You know that when news of what happened here gets out, and it always does, one way or another, you're
What
going to
happens
become a
off the edge
legend.
of space stays in the edge of
You
space.
mean we're going to become legend? This entire outfit.
You got that right, mate. One for all and all for one. The little Merc outfit that could. Took on
Oh, can you get
Comstar,
enough
took their arse.
idioms in there?
We're bloody legends already, you ask me.
Fahad's right. We make a hell of a team.
Speaking of team, Spears has been waiting for a chance to talk with us. I'll patch him through. Spears, I've got the commander here.
Hey, Commander. Congratulations. That was some battle. I'm glad to see you made it out unharmed for the most part, at least. You've come a long way since we first met. I had high hopes for you back then, being Nikolai's son and all. But you exceeded all my expectations. Can't think of another pilot or mercenary outfit I'd want to work with more. It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate that,
shipping you
Spears.
headache meds there,
Wasn't
Caden.
sure about you in the beginning, to be honest.
I'm still not sure about him.
Proved a valuable ally. And more importantly, a good friend. Thank you.
Rihanna, being in the field again after all these years, you didn't miss a beat. And the data you siphoned from the memory core before erasing it, the data we now have in our sole possession, that's all thanks to you.
Well, I did have a little help.
Indeed. We won't know exactly what we've gotten our hands on for a while yet, but I have no doubt that the data contains an untapped treasure trove of extinct knowledge that could benefit the entire Inner Sphere for decades to come.
I sure hope so.
Commander, I know we haven't discussed anything formal yet, but with the permission of Rihanna and yourself, I'd like IE to take stewardship of the core's data, to help ensure that it's safeguarded and handled the right way, and to make sure it ends up benefiting as many people as possible.
Oh, an
Yourself
altruist.
and IE included, of course.
See?
No question. I'm no saint, but I do have good intentions in this matter. We're all gonna make a ton of
Economic
sea bills with this
intentions.
discovery, Commander. That doesn't mean we can't accomplish a great deal of good in the process. When the time finally comes to share this information with the people, I intend to consult you and Rihanna every step of the way.
Sounds good to me. Brianna?
You have my blessing, Sebastian. Good luck.
Thank you both. And with that, I'll say goodbye for now. I'm sure our paths will cross again soon. Until then, take care of yourselves.
Bit of a talker, that one, eh? A bit full of
You
himself
can talk,
too, if you ask
Fahad.
me.
So, Commander, that just leaves one piece of unfinished business. I expect you noticed what was painted on the blast doors that led to the interior of the base.
Oh, is
The
that what
Red
that was
Star?
relevant?
Yeah, I noticed it. Didn't look close to as old as the facility itself. There's no question it shares some resemblance to the Star League crest, but it's different, unique. I've never seen it before. I don't think anyone has.
No, I don't think so either. Your father had the coordinates to this place. He journeyed from somewhere further out in the periphery to get here. Then, for the first time, he made his way into the Inner Sphere.
Stashing a pristine Star League mech along the way. We're thinking the same thing, Rihanna.
Thinking what exactly? I'm a bit lost
Dude,
here.
keep up, man.
And
Keep
my
up.
father descended from the people who followed General Kerensky.
Blimey, mate. You mean the bloke who took the Star League Defense Forces, along with most of their tech, out of the Inner Sphere, never to be heard from again?
That's right. I also think there's more of them out there. And that one day, they'll be coming back.
Wouldn't that be a spectacle? But, until that happens, what's next for us, Commander?
Well, we're not super rich yet, so it's business as usual, I guess. Time to line up some new contracts.
Consider it done.
All right then. Now that that's settled, gonna get back to work if you don't mind. Still plenty to do.
Yeah, quit
Story
standing
of our
around.
bleeding life, eh?
Right?
You know what they say.
Quit complaining.
No rest for the wicked. Just one thing before I go, Gov. Might be a bit out of line here, so...
They fade out as he starts yakking. We gonna get credits? I mean, wow. So that only took us about 60 years in the game clock. Okay. Wow, I was really not expecting that to be the last mission. I mean, it's not that it wasn't one of the more dramatic ones, but I don't know. I guess I was expecting maybe a boss fight for the last mission, or I don't know. It's hard to say. This is super long. It'd be nice if this were a fast forward or something. Some games do fast forward, so you can at least watch it at a higher speed, aka turtles. I guess we'll... Yeah. So yeah, no new mission. Okay. Wow. Huh. Oh, what's this? The mercenary life. Commander Mason's story has reached its end. You are free to continue your life as a legendary mercenary. So do we actually go from a 15 to a 16, or is it just, that's it? Oh, there is more stuff. What's all this? So the fact Rihanna's giving us a couple more things is interesting. Well, can I take all of them? Yeah, why not? Wow, so still more stuff to do. Yeah, so let me see if I can do something here to minimize the audio for a second, because I don't like fighting the audio here. There we go. So what I find kind of interesting, so my guess is that this is still relative to an Earth clock. Some franchises like Star Wars, of course, is a galaxy a long time ago. It has no relevance to Earth time whatsoever. I'm gonna turn this down a pitch. So therefore, you can't correlate it to any Earth events. Gears of War is one of the only other franchises I've participated in that's the same way. And Gears also is a stand-apart franchise. As far as we know, it's really comical one time. A dude wanted to argue with me on Xbox Live about the aliens. It's like, because he's like, oh, the Locusts are aliens. And I'm like, no, they were already there. He's like, so they got there first? Like, no, they were there, and planet Sarah is just completely independent. He struggled with the concept of thinking that there was no connection to Earth whatsoever. I mean, to me, it was like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It's just a standalone franchise. There is no Earth. There is no anything else. But as far as MechWarrior and BattleTech, I mean, if I had to guess, I would think like the innermost portion of the inner sphere is probably like Earth or Terra. I mean, it's called Terra, I believe. Even StarCraft is pretty disconnected. So with this being on the clock of like 3,000 years, so let's say if it's 1,000 years in the future from now, that's only 1,000 years to have the Star League and all these pre-Comstar kind of entities. So without me knowing enough about the lore, 1,000 years is a long time to say, hey, we're going to ship all out into space, we're going to ship outside the inner sphere, and then we're going to come back. I mean, the fact you have these about 6 factions, and these are all established, and you have, civilizations on this many planets, it just strikes me as a bit short on the timeline. So it's interesting to think, that you have this civilization that is outside the boundaries of the inner sphere, and for it to be that intimidating to potentially the inner sphere, which is already pretty monstrous. So I don't know. It's very difficult for me to reconcile that. Even Mass Effect, on the other hand, seems a little bit more tempered, that it goes from Earth and building outward. Same thing with Star Trek, that you've got Earth advancing, and then you're starting to engage other alien civilizations and stuff. But it just, I don't know, it's just hard to pick up from where this is without knowing MechWarrior's lore. But yeah, to MechWarrior's point, it's interesting that there's going to be a return of this other civilization. And yeah, that would be cool. And that does make more sense now, talking about MechWarrior 5 Clans, that if this is a prelude to that, then you're setting up for, another big chunk of the story. And how this ties in with any of the tabletop games, the BattleTech games, MechAssault. The only thing I know about MechAssault is that Kerensky, Natalia Kerensky, is one of the lead characters, or at least the lead supporting character in those games, and that actually is a favorite character of mine, and I've done some character artwork of her, and so on. But beyond that, I don't have much attachment and knowledge to what's really going on here. It's like, hey, I'm just piloting stuff, and this revenge plot was excessively dull, so it's cool to see it open up into some more stuff. So what I want to do a quick check here is, we've been in space on this plot hypothetically for 19,966 days divided by 365. So it took us 54 years to technically complete the campaign. So that's pretty wild. And I got to pause here real quick. So Jake BP stopping in on Twitch and saying hi, and appreciate it. Wish having a good week. So I hope you do as well. So I appreciate they've been hanging out with us. So hopefully got to catch some of that. And let's see, what are we doing on time? Yeah, and I'm not even done yet. So I'm going to see what other kind of stuff is going on here. Maybe check one of those missions, because I am not sure what to make of these other things left. So, and actually, we didn't even get a mech out of that deal. So that's kind of interesting that we still have a gap in the mech database. So I'm gonna pilot around here for a little bit longer, and what is this? Is this for those other ones? Yeah, it's for that. So let's take a look here. Still got one more mech hunter. So I haven't quite figured out when I want to rotate this out yet. I mean, I want to kind of get the mech hunter one done. We've finished the campaign, and what do we have left for DLC missions here? Of course, everybody hates us. So lower class Cretan in worlds. So that's got to be one of the newer ones. No, these four. Oh, and these are all level 15s. That's fantastic. So they're all going to be difficult. I don't know how you feel about that. So it looks like all the rest of these are non-DLC missions. So these say Inner Sphere, and because those are campaign-driven, I'm guessing it's not heroes in the Inner Sphere, it's just referring to Inner Sphere based on the map. So I guess maybe we'll do one of these on a future episode. If this ends up being too difficult, I'll probably conclude Season 1 prior to that. If not, maybe we'll just wrap up some of these other small ones and then finish the Mech Hunter, because I didn't think that I would actually be getting this close, but I'm sure there's going to be a zillion other objectives. So Jake's saying if you want, you can help you out with what you're missing. Are you talking about MechWarrior, or is this a bot account? I can't quite tell. I'm kind of like one of those, sound loosely like those random texts you get that's saying, hey, I know it can be helpful, when they're kind of fishing for information. First, we got to get out of here, get some repairs started, and we do have 20 mil, and we're going to pay actually a little less than that, because this thing is getting junked. So that takes 200,000 out of the equation. Man, I got to do something used to this Black Knight we found last time. This thing's so cool, but it didn't work very well on that last one. So let's get out of here. How much gas we got to spend to get back to a normal place? Let's go here. 500,000. So you have difficult on 17 mission? So you mean, is that a specific one, or is that the one based on the title? Because I mean, my rank stops at 15, so if you're talking about difficulty, the number for the mission difficulty goes up to 100. That was a random Corsair sitting here. Actually, we hadn't even been seeing the Corsairs until encountering that one we found on the quest. That's right, I was going to check the database here. So we still only have 74% of the database seen, not let alone purchased. So I think we still got a gap here somewhere. Noble cause. Is Noble Cause the name of the mission? See, we still got one gap here. Somewhere between K and L. It's either a K or an L. That's it. That's another thing that surprised me about that being the last mission, is they gave you the Night Star, like a couple missions ago, which is pretty big, and it's a unique one. But okay, so Noble Cause is the name of it. So let me kind of look at.
Let's get to work.
Trying to remember where. Let's see if this shows our completed ones. Display completed. So I don't know if you're asking for co-op help. I mean, I don't really have the means to do any kind of online co-op, but If you talk about if I'm playing through it in terms of strategy, I might be able to do that if it's, I mean, but there's chances are, might be one I've already done. Depends on how far backward looking. So Legend of Catch the Lance, there's a ton of missions here. So do you know which? Oh, you are on PS4, so you're talking about co-op. Yeah, I'm not familiar with which one that is then. Yeah, so I don't have that even showing up. Which do you know which faction or which house it's in? Because I mean, I could fly around till maybe it pops up just to see where it's at. But like I said, I'm mostly just doing this from a single player standpoint, and I've been chipping away at this since April of 23. So I typically only do a couple hours a night. So unfortunately, I can't help with on the co-op side. But I mean, like I said, if you're looking for more of a strategy element, if I can find it and get to that one, I could try playing through it. But it wouldn't be tonight if I don't know where it is yet. I'm gonna have to fly to the correct region to see if it unlocks, because I don't see anything called Noble Cause in here. Crucible's the one we just did. So there's, yeah, look at, oh there it is. Okay, so it's one of the campaign ones. Which one was this? So this is a while back. Are we able to see the details? Okay, so yeah, so here it is. So it's a campaign one. I guess unfortunately on our older episodes, I didn't put the mission names. I only started doing that within the last maybe 10 to 20 episodes. Now are you working on your first playthrough? Because this is my first time completing the main campaign, but I had started playing this 2 other times before. And what I started doing this time around is, because I knew how the mechs work, I just focused on trying to get the stronger mechs, specifically the hero mechs. If you can do the hero mechs, you're getting a lot more firepower for the same weight class, because, and actually I'll jump over to a couple of these here. If you'll notice, these hero mechs have the gold, and I don't mean to over-explain something if you already know this, but this one has more upgrade slots than a normal one, and then here's a normal one that doesn't have as much stuff. They also sometimes have either better speed or have a better hard point. So really, if you can just try to save up your money for by doing smaller, less important missions, and then as you find the hero mechs on the industrial hubs, you can start building up a little bit more of a powerful little lance. And because I don't remember getting stuck very much on the campaign, so I mean, all I can say is really try to maximize, because I think we're almost our entire loadout now is heroes. So we got, this is a hero Victor, normal longbow, hero grasshopper. This fire starter is just brutal, that came with the DLC, the last one. Normal Battlemaster, normal Annihilator, but hero Archer, hero fire starter, hero Thunderbolt, hero Hatamoto, hero Raven, normal Warhammer, hero Hunchback, normal hero, normal, hero, and normal. So that's, like, it makes a huge difference to have something that's got more hard points, so you can put higher weapons on it without going over your weight class. So, alright, so we are finally here for repairs. Okay, so it is your first playthrough. So yeah, I really struggled at first too, so don't feel bad if you can't rush the campaign right away. Like, that's what I was explaining. I'm already at level 15, and it took 70 episodes, so 70 times, 2, give or take. It's 140 hours worth of gameplay to finally finish the campaign. So basically, there's nothing wrong with trying to build up your inventory first, and you reach a couple points later in the campaign where you can't actually proceed until you get a higher higher level. I think when around the 11, 13 range, it's like you got to get to 11 before you can even take on the next one. So the game does force you to go out to do other missions. On top of that, if you have the DLC will actually take you into some of those, and that's where some of the money starts to come from. If you can survive the DLC missions, you'll start to get some really powerful mechs and start getting some cash flow, but of course it'll disappear pretty quick if you fly around too much. So the easiest shortcut for me has been grab a fire starter, especially one of, if you can find the hero one. I think there's at least 2 hero ones. If you can find one of those, then just dump machine guns on it, run around and do destruction missions. That'll help you build up cash without having to spend as much time. Then you start building some cash flow. Then you can start building and finding and being able to afford more mechs. So I don't know how much time it's going to take, and I'd have to go back and look which episode. So since you're on Twitch, I know Twitch doesn't keep our stuff, but on YouTube, I have all of our episodes going all the way back minus the first 10. So I don't know if we would have gotten that level within that, but we do have all of them on Odysee. So I don't know if it'd be a lot of content for me to go back through myself. If I had a hunch of which one it would be, I could like post a message or something, but unfortunately I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, no worries. Glad to help. I mean, I appreciate always trying to be helpful and trying to give strategies out. So I would recommend probably detouring a little bit to try to fly around your nearby galaxy, try to get some money saved up before tackling it if you're having a hard time. Because some games will give you the XP you need to do it, but they're going to make you go do other stuff before. You just got to have enough power to overcome whatever's thrown at you. And I don't remember that mission off the top of my head because it's been a year and a half. There's so much I've forgotten. Only the highest level like DLC missions and campaign missions stood out in memory because there's a lot of basic stuff that you have to go through. But yeah, I agree that this game has been fun. I mean, it's been a little bit of a slog at times, but it has been enjoyable. So let's get some repairs going here, and I'll see if maybe there's something to take a look at before we check out. Thankfully all these are okay, just basic repairs. This is the one that hurts. So I probably lost some 4s, which that's okay. Thankfully we had a gold mine of 4s recently. The LRMs, I'm not as invested in those. The double heat sinks were fine, but yeah, we essentially lost everything. And everything else is good to go. But you know, I'll go do something fun with this Black Knight. Do I have any machine guns on this? Can I do a destruction mission? No, I got a solid. I can maybe go do a targeted kill or something, maybe. We'll go do that before wrapping tonight. This thing's just so cool looking. I didn't mean to exit out of that, but I'll actually hit up a cantina. If we find another mech hunter mission, that would help with doubling chances. So there's a canteen over here. We'll see if a hero mech pops up. At least we still got 12 million to fly us around. Alright, so what we got here? Oh, hey, another rare Black Knight, except that just means it's not broken, as we always say. Alright, Cantina, what we got? Actually, we go do these boring, these fetch quests or something, you know, now that we've kind of got the campaign off our chest. So killing 3 chargers, not likely. Don't see actually, still haven't even bought a charger, if that's the half-plane looking one. So we'll add it just in case we run across any, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. So, what do we have now on the map? Did a hero icon show up? No, of course not. Alright, so let's start flying back to the known galaxy here with this janky AI pathfinding once again. We gotta get some money because this is going to burn up real quick with the quarterly payments. So it's also good to know you're playing on PlayStation 4 like myself. We got the vanilla version. Part of me is only a little bit jealous of the the PC players who get to do all the mods and the quality of life extensions. There's a... Well, that's rather specific. Kill one Hatamoto Chi. HTM 27T. I mean, you get 9 million for finding the exact one, but good luck with that. I mean, I don't even know if I see those often enough, just in general, so I'm not gonna do that. Is this Battlemaster any better than ours? Oh, it's a Battlemaster with a sword. Optimus wannabe. I don't use melee enough. It's so funny. It takes after the Transformer stuff in the more recent movies. Okay. I'm not gonna do anything there. Let's check the equipment though, and I should have done that at the other 2 stops, but I didn't, because I'm gonna go ahead. Wow, level 4 Gauss. Except I don't use Gauss much. Nothing to see here. Okay. Alright, let's go find us a mission. Ooh, there we go. So there's a Scorched Earth. What? Alright. Let's go try this assassination contract. See if we can do that before running out of cash. That's fantastic. The Hatamoto Chi, the child of a charger and a thug. Very cool. It's some of the ones that are most odd to me are like, I think if it's not the charger, maybe I'm confusing the charger and the champion. The one that looks like half a plane with like legs. It's like some of the designs are just like comical. All right, so let's get a save in here before. Fahad, what are you doing? I mean, we've just spent like 2 months in space and you're still standing up here. Go fix some stuff. This guy. Oh, I need to delete. And new. 72. 2. Yeah, very low save count tonight. Oh, okay, the champion, thank you. Yeah. Strangely, it's one of the ones I haven't bought yet, just because I don't see it very often, and the stats have not been compelling enough to go out of my way, especially if there's so many heroes I've collected. Okay, so let's look at the contracts. So it's a 93 for an assassination, so it's a bit much for the Black Knight. Let's do it anyway, even if we fail. We've had a good run. We technically finished the campaign. Oh, really? So you're into the tabletop. Oh, Stuart Burns, what's going on? I didn't realize the conversation shift. Sorry, you guys. Your name tags are showing up is very similar color, so I didn't even notice. So so we got Groupie on tonight. So we have MechWarrior over on YouTube. He is mostly playing the same vein that I have, and I know you've got the tabletop experience. So it's interesting to know that the champion's got some good stats. So yeah, I'll wave back now that I recognize. So I don't know if you're with us, but I just finished the campaign, so technically. All right. Contract, yes, that's what I was going to do. Let's try this. So yeah, let's go with some damage coverage, because I'm not optimistic that this thing's going to survive effectively. Let's see if we get some money. Alright. That's kind of funny. There's like nothing left of the Mauler. Alright, so this is going to take me down another 25 on the tonnage. Where is my Black Knight? Right there. There we go. So yeah, we're going to be 40 points under by 10%. But hey, we can live with that as long as I pilot correctly. So my theory holds correctly if I got a couple of you popping in on Twitch, the fact that Thursday is MechWarrior night, seemingly. All right. Well, at least it's not going to load as long as our Gauntlet Bunker Hill mission. me some elevator music for my mechs. Alright, so what did I put on this thing? Oh, I didn't want that. So I got lasers and a solid. And at least I got a couple missiles, but yeah. 6 lasers plus a solid. It's a nice time. Alright. Oh, I guess it was waiting for me. The downgrade Succession War era champion suffers because of the technology slide. That was the Succession Wars, but overall it's good. Okay. So, maybe you, since you're knowledgeable of the lore, you're gonna have to catch me up to speed on whatever the implication of this campaign are. In the sense that this whole culture or civilization exists outside of the inner sphere. And I don't know if you caught any of my rant trying to explain the nature of Earth time, but is Earth at the center of the clock for the MechWarrior and BattleTech universe? Get my full dose of trivia in today. Or at least asking trivia questions.
Our targets have given our employer nothing but problems. We have been hired as the solution. Find them and put them down for good. We'll be on standby to evac you once the job is done.
Alright. Uh-oh. I think my PS4 controller has seen better days. Rubber thumbsticks are getting a little worn. So, downside of this being 64 clicks. Okay, so, and I did see the Terra name, so I just wanted to confirm. I kind of figured it was. Now, I mean, there's no known adjustments to the clock of like, hey, there was a completely different era. I mean, it's 3500 or 3200 clock is relative to our 2000 AD, right? It's not like there's a whole other epic or something that they're trying to hide in there. Boom! Alright, so this is not a... Man, look how far we gotta walk through these two. Stop shooting at me. Okay, cool. So thank you for answering that. So that was my suspicion, you know, because meanwhile I'm going on my rant about Earth and clocks here. It just seemed a little odd about having the culture outside of that with only 1,000 years to work with of space travel.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Random tank coming down the hill.
Be sure to take it apart.
Target destroyed.
If they throw a stalker at us, would be a good cap to that mission. Okay, 3025 is 3025 AD. Thank you for clarification. The reason I kind of bring that up also is because having been to conventions and knowing how people get about fandom, about things, people have gone to the trouble of trying to argue physics of Star Wars, of like, well, the Endor moon would have moved around at this velocity. It's like, you're dealing with a fictional universe that has no attachment to real physics. You don't know the mass of the planet, the mass of the satellite orbiting the planet, and therefore you don't know if you're in a gravity well. It's like, it's completely fictional. And so to start arguing physics and things about something that far detached, it's like, I have to just tilt my head aside and be like, okay, sure. And the reason I know that is because I think somebody mentioned that at a panel when I was at Dragon Con or something, and I had never considered the level of immersion people put them in for some of their franchises. I mean, the only franchise I got into that extensively to know enough about the characters was probably Mortal Kombat, and now it's like they've messed their own continuity up, so what's the point of even as a fan trying to keep up with some of that? And you've got the same thing happening with Star Wars now, because you got Disney running it into the ground while, you know, George Lucas, I think, had plans for certain things. So, okay, Wiseman said BattleTech is the future of the 1980s. Interesting, so they try to keep it scientific but not 100% accurate. And I don't think any franchise is going to succeed in that department to be 100% realistic. But I'm not faulting it. It's just weird trying to map that out, because speaking from experience, Ascendant Chaos, which pops up here in the ticker, I started writing that 20 years ago, and I was going to put the timeline. So here's a fun fact, which somebody might find one day. I was trying to project that to be 2040. So 40 years from the time of me writing it, thinking, maybe we could, that timeline could support mechs. I'm like, we're still not at that point. We're only 20 years out. It's like, it's not going to happen. So I turned it into a completely fictional thing, so that way it wouldn't have to be beholden to, science immersion and stuff. But so I don't think any franchise will ever get sci-fi accurate, but it's just interesting to try to think from a space travel standpoint. Could you colonize, that much stuff in 1,000 years and then still have outside groups, inside groups? So yeah, I'm really kind of nerding out over the whole conceptual franchise elements, but this is interesting. Alright, go down. There, take you out in the sky.
Nice kill, Commander.
Well, thank you. MechWarrior saying a batch all would settle arguments at those events. Yeah, I may need clarification, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, there'd be a few things that people need settling.
Target destroyed.
Took one down.
Whoa! Just trying to crash a VTOL on my head again. Clowns.
Tin can crushed.
Yeah, but no what hit him. Oh no, we had a disconnect. Stand by. Still running? That's the first time I've actually seen the disconnect one. Maybe we didn't drop anything that time. That's what I get for running over, I guess. So, MechWarrior, I don't know if my last comment came through, because sometimes disconnects happen, and I don't, there's a delay. I'm sure I'm going the correct direction here. I need to be going left. I'm already kind of crispy. So, the outside group, the clans, technically started in the Inner Sphere, and they are descendants of the Star League Defense Force. Okay. Okay, so that does make sense then, because MechWarrior over on YouTube was telling me that this is more of a prelude, so that helps me understand the clan stuff a little bit more, because I've never understood the subtitles. Over the years, I've seen people talk about MechWarrior and be like, oh, the clans, or oh, the mercenaries, and I've never known the difference. Because like MechWarrior 4 had the subtitle Mercenaries, but I don't know if all the other PC era games did or not. So, as I will continue to reiterate, I am 100% a novice in those realms. I mean, beyond knowing about the Wolf's Dragoons from Mech Assault, I mean, all of the rival company names and all that kind of stuff is usually kind of lost on me.
Ah, there. It's one of the more tanks. Destroy it.
Do I really want to stop for a tank? Well, I already did a 180, so let's see.
Acquired.
The J. Edgar. Reminiscent of our useless investigative agency.
The whole gang is here, Commander. Watch yourself.
Oh, goody. All two of them. Two's company, three's a crowd, and I am that crowd.
Main target Atlas.
Let's see about that. How nice is that?
Target acquired.
I feel like I don't have enough. Hold on. I've got Wait a minute. Is this going to cause me to overheat? Why are these staggered? Did I not use this, or maybe I... That's why it's all messed up. I probably never used this, or if I scrapped the mission and reloaded, Then you go back and fix this. Punching goes on 4. I only got one hand. The one-armed boxer. Alright, now... Yeah, we're gonna hit you with 6 lasers at a time here. And that, if I don't know what I mean the red here pretty quick. Oh, I made it wrecked. Oh yeah, going down. The end. Yeah, Black Knight ill-equipped. It didn't help I was waiting that long. So I probably took more damage than I could have by letting the other stuff linger a little too long. Yeah, pilot the Corsair for a second, but I'm not going to save this mission. Two side lasers, Oh, overheated. Plans often focus on the 1v1 and honor, and that makes it more interesting. Okay. You need structure damage. I'm piloting somebody else's mech. Oh, yeah, if I've been using this thing with the dual larges, that might have been helpful. Done. Alright. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that one more time next time, but that's not a keeper. Alright. Well, it's been a pretty productive evening. I appreciate all you hanging out and sharing your knowledge. Okay, so let me do the final checks here. And we had somebody checking out on Odysee, much appreciated, and I'll go in reverse order. So thanks to MechWarrior for hanging out on YouTube, explaining a lot of the clan stuff and talking about the Crucible mission there. And thanks to Stuart Burns and Jake BP. So Stuart, I appreciate the info. That helps make sense of a lot of that. I'll actually cover your last one here in a second. And also, Jake, I hope, I appreciate I think you give us a follow there. Just feel free to ask questions anytime if you catch us. So we're still going to be doing this on a weekly basis. And I know with the hang-ups there on the campaign, I'll do my best to, if I find something, I'll try to pass that along. So Stuart saying, so long story short, in the 2770s, the Star League, single unified state, devolved into civil war. Slogging fight through Terran hegemony. Reagan SDS, AI-controlled warships. Commanding General took the bulk. The inner sphere. And clans return in 3049. So, oh, interesting. So from a timeline perspective, so 3049, we're sitting at, does it show the year here on our load screen? Doesn't even matter. This doesn't show the year, but I'm also noticing that's very convenient that their DLC icons exactly match the width of the panel there. So because this game clock runs for so long, and I know eventually the lore runs out. I couldn't remember within the news here when it eventually stops. So interesting. So you guys are clearly aware of this return and this clan story, which I had no insight into. Huh. So I can understand when you guys having that knowledge. It makes sense why that'd be kind of something cool to look forward to. Oh, BattleTech cartoon in the 90s. I wonder if, Stuart, couldn't remember if you mentioned that or not. Okay. Jade Falcon invaded Somerset. Okay. All these names going over my head. So, okay. Well, I appreciate all of your contributions, so that helps me at least make me less of a novice. So I can that way I have a little bit more. Okay, so Stuart's saying check it on YouTube as well. Oh, if it's on YouTube, that makes it a little easier. Okay, good to know. So give me something to do, because I've been out of things to keep up on, especially since anime is a little bit dry right now, and Hollywood's got its head up its rear, so there's not much of there either. So going back in time for an animated show. That's what I said, pop culture randomness. There's all kinds of stuff that goes on here. It's just a matter of having the conversation to draw it out. So, okay, well, thank you, everybody. So just as a recap for stuff, I'm not sure if I'm going to be on tomorrow for Turtles. That's all kind of hit or miss on whether I feel like I'm ready, got everything ready to go for Last Land Standing, which is going to be on Saturday for some more multiplayer Splinter Cell locally. And that's going to be the last one until we rotate another game in. And then there's not going to be a Mercenaries 2 on Sunday. That'll be postponed a week, but everything else next week should be normal. So that's going to include more Invisible Ink, Warriors of Orochi, going to bring in some Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, and probably get back to some Turtles next week, if not this week. But fantastic. Great stuff, guys. I appreciate it. Or gals, if you're hiding out there too. So I appreciate when anybody's hanging out live with us, or even lurking in the shadows, or watching on the replay. So stay tuned. We'll have some more fun stuff, and I'm not wrapping this game just yet because there's still more stuff to do. I want to at least get a few other things finished. But if we maybe hit episode 75, I actually kind of said that it might be in time to break, so we can at least get a few more episodes going before like rotating in or out. But still enjoying this, and I still haven't even done the Solaris Showdown missions yet. So when we eventually get to another rotation, that will be available. All right, so have a good one, everybody, and have a good weekend if I don't catch you before then. But stay tuned and have a fantastic one. See you soon.